Welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast. I'm Shannon.
I'm Jossie.
And I'm Mel.
And I'm Jazz.
Hey Jazz! I don't even remember the last time we've seen you on the podcast.
I know. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It has. And I don't even remember the last time we had an episode, guys. I feel like it's been a while too. What was the last
2
time?
weeks ago.
Was it only
Yeah.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
What did we talk about? I don't remember.
I went through the what's that show? Lovecraft. A lot of the episodes. That took a while.
Right.
Yeah.
And neither of you finished it, did you?
I'm
No.
one episode behind.
Josh,
I
I
was
know you
trying
didn't finish
to.
it. You're so behind. It's such a good show. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I'm on like episode 1 or 2 or something.
Yeah, we're probably gonna start again.
It's very hard. It's very easy to fall behind if you like turn away for like even a minute.
But that's better because I think it's better if you binge watch it. I'm actually gonna watch it again now that I can watch it all at once. But yeah,
So finished already? The season's done?
yes, it ended last week.
How many episodes was it? Like,
think
it was like 8 or something? 10? Oh, okay.
10 or 8 or 10. I don't remember,
10.
but it
I believe it's 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of depth to it though, but it's really good. I suggest a lot of people should watch it. So
it's really good. I don't really suggest people are wanting a season 2, and I don't think they should make a second season, to be honest.
no, I agree. I think it's one of those things that should be just left how it is. I was actually invited to this like group of people who like are fans of the show that will talk about it.
On Facebook or in real life? That sounds like
Well, I'm not going anywhere, but it'd be like over like a Zoom or something.
Oh, cool.
So-
Who invited
so
you
I
to that?
might
I would
do that.
I want to go.
Someone at work. So I might do that, but I never got any info. I think it was one of those things where they're like, hey, want to come? And then they never sent me an email. So I'm gonna have to check back in. I hope they didn't do it already because I would love to, even if I'm like haven't finished it completely. I just want to hear what everyone has to say because I feel like everyone has such different perspectives on it. And like there's so many little things that are just like in the scene itself. So
Cool.
I'm sure I missed a lot. Mhm.
You gotta catch up, guys. It was good. Yes, nerdiest thing you've done in the last 2 weeks. Who wants to go first?
You.
Okay, cool. I'll go first. I was gonna go last because I didn't really do anything. What I do? I finished Lovecraft Country.
Cool.
I haven't been watching any anime. I want to watch Princess Half Demon, the Inuyasha spinoff, but I'm trying to wait for a couple of episodes. It started like 3 weeks ago, but I'm trying to wait for like a couple episodes to come out before I even start watching that because I don't like watching one week to 1 week for anime. So I'll get to that soon.
Take your time.
But besides that, I don't think I've done anything. I'm a failure as a nerd. I'm sorry, guys. What about you, Jossie? What have you done?
Well, today me and Jazz watched the movie Bad Hair on Hulu. Pretty good. It's about a girl. She has like an evil weave, basically. It's about like hair and like black women and like the natural hair.
Yeah.
Like basically, like she finally like gets a weave, and it was like possessed by witches. Like the weave is trying to take over her body, like the
Is
witches.
this how you give synopsis?
Yeah, it's a good synopsis.
You just started in the middle.
Yeah, that's the main point.
Okay,
of the
so
movie. Is that her weave is
long
evil.
story short, she is working at like one of those like MTV type of stations, and she wants to be like, she wants to own her own like show, like she wants to be the head of the show, but no one will give her a chance because she has dark skin and she has kinky hair, and like they want something that is more palatable for white people essentially. So her like it gets bought out, I guess. Oh no, the lead steps down, and like this new person who's Vanessa Williams steps in, and she decides that like it's too quote unquote black there. So yeah, that's why she gets to weave, and then it's it's crazy. It's really, really like beautifully shot, and like I'm like really into it for like the first like 2/3 of the movie, and then it just gets crazy, and you're just like, okay.
Sorry,
Yeah, it was a
guys.
decent movie.
My computer went to sleep, so I actually can't see anything right now. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah,
That sounds really good though. I
was
kind of
decent
want to watch
movie.
that. Is it like a spooky factor? Like, is it very Halloween?
A little
Or
bit,
is there
yeah.
like this time of season? Sorry.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a little spooky, but it's also kind of like a cheesy hour and a half horror movie.
Yeah, it's confusing because it has elements that are like, that's a really good point. Like, and like the way they framed it is like really important. And then it has elements of like, what is it? B film, horror, B. I don't know
It's like
the term.
it's like it's like a horror film with like a message. It was trying to be like kind of like Get Out styled, but like they didn't have the budget.
Yeah, so like yeah, basically.
It's like
So
Okay.
it ends, not as serious as it begins. I'll say.
yeah.
I'll watch it. I need some stuff to watch. I'll give it a try.
Oh, that's
Alright.
good.
So
Hades too this week. I just adding on to my nerdy thing. My fault.
wait, you played Hades or you watched
Yeah.
Hades?
Oh no, I played it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The video game. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you beat it yet?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I beat it. Yeah, I think I beat it like the last time we were here. I think.
30 times.
Yeah, but now I beat it like 30 times probably, or like that time.
What makes you want to play that game over and over again? And now I'm just curious.
Like it has like replay value. Like all the characters, like they tell you something different each time that you talk to them.
Oh, okay.
You like build a
that's cool.
relationship with the characters. So like just knowing the whole story, I guess.
Yeah.
I love when games do that, when
Yeah.
you can play them again and it gives you like a different outlook, or you can like do something else with it. That's fun.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah, that's it.
But,
So I watched a weird movie. It was funny, and it has 42% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's on Netflix. It's called The Package. Has anyone seen it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So when 4 teenage friends go on a camping trip during spring break, an unfortunate accident sets off a race against time to save one's most prized possession. So basically, what happens in this movie is these kids go on a camping trip, and one of their friends cuts off his penis.
I
And,
seen that one. Yeah, I seen that one.
and they basically have to like try to bring, because when the medics take the friend away, they give them the wrong cooler with with beers in it instead of a penis. So it was funny. It was interesting. It wasn't what I expected, and I didn't actually know what it was about when it got turned on, because I didn't actually. But the cover of it is an eggplant, so it's funny. It's cute. It's like, it's not that long either, so if you just need something to pass the time, you want to laugh, it's whatever. But this other movie I just started, and I'm excited to finish it later today, is called Over the Moon. It's with Philippa So is one of the voice actresses in it, mostly known from Hamilton as playing Eliza in Hamilton, for anyone who doesn't know. And that's really cute. I didn't actually look at the synopsis for this as well, but from what I can tell, it's about a young girl named Feifei. I'm so sorry. And basically, it's about this tradition in their culture of the moon and the legends that come with it. And her mom plays a huge factor in her life. And yeah, it kind of goes from there. I'm right at the beginning, so I feel bad I can't really like say that much on it yet. But it looks cute. It looks very animated. It's about just her and trying to do her own thing. So I kind of appreciate that, instead of having another story where it's like being saved by somebody else, like that, like classic, whatever they try to paint as like the narrative. So that one's pretty good.
Sounds good. I think I saw, was that also on Netflix?
Yes.
Okay, I think I saw it like scrolling through like some of the newer things that were put on, and it looked cute, like animated really nicely.
Yeah, it's really cute. There's a cute bunny in it, and so it's very adorable. So yeah, I just got introduced to a new character, so I'll have to finish watching that. And then besides that, I just did Lovecraft, so I have one more episode left. I feel kind of like I didn't actually finish anything, but I started a bunch of stuff, but I will be back to talk about everything. So that's basically it.
I started reading a new book. It's a young adult book. It's by this Mexican trans male, and it's the main character is also Mexican trans male, and it's basically about this group of brujos, and essentially in this community, the women are healers, and the men help the spirits cross over to the other side. And because he was born how he was born, he wasn't able to heal. So they kind of just thought that he didn't have powers, but he knew that he was a brujo and he was, meant to do the things that his father and his grandfather do. But they're like, more so traditional. They're not really like into that. So it talks about like tradition and like how gender roles play into it. And like it has like Spanglish, like a few like words that are thrown in, which is like my level of understanding, so it's perfect. And it talks about how like Spanish is a gendered language, so it's a little bit of a harder transition to make. And I'm only like 3 chapters in, but I love it so far. It's a young adult book, so it's really easy, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
I would definitely read that for like a book club episode. I like that. I like that it's different. I think that's really cool. And how the like, I guess like the fantasy aspect of like the healers and how they connect with was it the spirits, right?
Yeah,
that's interesting. I would totally be into reading something like that.
Yeah, it's called Cemetery Boys.
Cemetery Boys. I'm writing that one down.
Yeah, it's
cool.
really
If you're wondering why Mel's in a blue way again, I have ears on. It's because it is our Halloween episode. Halloween's on Saturday. Woo.
Your shirts
Yes,
on.
your avatar shirts. Halloween's
Very
on Saturday. Cool. Everyone make sure that you're not stupid on Halloween and be sensible.
Yes.
That's all I have to say about that. But yeah. So in honor of our Halloween episode, what we usually do is read our favorite creepypastas off the internet. So we'll do that a little later after we get through things that have been happening this week. So have you guys been playing any more Among Us?
No, I haven't really been playing.
I haven't been playing anymore actually either, like at all. I haven't touched it. But AOC this past week did a stream on Twitch where she played Among Us with
I heard.
who was it?
That's what I heard, yeah.
Yeah. With some other popular streamers to get the word out about voting. If you don't know, the election is next week, which is kind of scary. That's
another scary thing.
That's enough of Halloween right there. That's the scariest thing. To get the word out about voting. It was actually, so by the end of it, it was actually the 3rd watch stream in Twitch history. It had 439,000 concurrent views. So nice. That's pretty good. Yeah, so if you missed that, you can watch it online. I think that's pretty cool that she used a gaming platform to kind of like spread awareness. That's the pro of having these young people in Congress and Senate. Unlike you don't really need much more of these old white men and women, but
you're more open-minded to different types of media and different types of communication with different types of people.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought that was pretty cool. I haven't seen anyone ever do anything remotely close to that at all, so that's cool. And also wanted to give a countdown to the launch of the 5th gen consoles. We're like we're 2 weeks away from the launch of Xbox and the PlayStation 5. Jossie, did you pre-order one? I don't remember.
Yeah, Xbox, yeah.
Oh, you did. That's right. I forgot.
Well, Sharon, it's not like you play games, so
Wow, stop it. But I'm gonna play. I don't want to play stupid Xbox. There are no good games launching with Xbox, so I don't want it anyway.
It's not like you played your last gen consoles that much. Anyway,
okay, whatever. I'm still gonna get a PS5 and I'm still gonna play it. That's why I'm not getting an Xbox, Jossie. So don't ask me again.
Oh wait, Shannon, I thought you were getting the Xbox.
Yeah, but I just not right away because I don't like. No good games are launching with it, so there's no point in me getting it.
No good games launched with the last gen consoles either. All right.
I don't even remember that. I don't think I got the PlayStation 4 when it launched.
It takes some time, Shannon.
But I didn't get
what? By the time the good games come out, you won't be playing anymore.
Yes, I will. First of all, I'm gonna play Spider-Man because Spider-Man comes out at launch. What do you mean?
Yeah, okay. I bought Spider-Man for you like when? And when'd you beat it? Like
What are you
a year
talking about?
later.
I beat it shortly after you got it. I started playing it.
No.
Yes.
Shannon.
Yes, I did.
The fans know. The fans know, Shannon. The
No,
fans
I didn't think
know.
you're actually making that up in your head because I actually played it when you got it.
If they heard us argue about this in the past, like
What
this
were we
this
arguing
shit.
about? What do you mean?
I don't know, but you not playing Spider-Man.
I did play it and I beat it.
Oh yeah, I think you beat it when I was at your house, right? I forgot.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, I was there. I was there when you beat it. I was there.
So what was the point you were trying to make?
I don't know. That should not be playing game. That was the point. That was the
He was
point.
trying
That's
to
what I was
come for me
getting
so
to.
hard, and I don't understand
I was.
why.
I was.
Like there are a lot of other situations where that
I
would have
know.
been true, but not
Yeah.
there. You
I
know?
know. I picked a bad example. That was a bad example. Just let me bother Shannon.
No,
all right?
oh my
Just let me bother Shannon. There doesn't have to be a reason. There doesn't have to be
I'm
a
here
reason
for-
for it. All right.
for neutrality.
Thank you.
Joss.
You were really trying to come at me there, Jossie. You really were, and
I was.
I don't know
You
what you're
got
trying
it.
to say.
You got it. You got it. I don't know either. But it's all right.
Anyway, I'm gonna get a PlayStation at launch. Hopefully, not at launch. I'm gonna try to get it more towards Christmas.
Makes sense.
Yeah, if they have any more. Hopefully, it's not gonna be hard to find them. Anyway, enough of that. I feel attacked now, so I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yes, you should feel attacked, man. All right? I've been trying to get you to play Xbox with me for years. All right.
Yeah, but you just attacked me and said I don't play any games, so why would I get an Xbox now? You know?
I don't know, Shannon.
Okay, well, here's a question for you. What game are you getting when you get your Xbox?
Cyberpunk.
Is that coming out at launch? Oh, that's
coming out like before. That's coming out like right before though. It's coming out
for Xbox One?
Yeah, like November. What? I think no. Actually, it's coming out after. But I don't know if I'm getting it for the regular Xbox or it's gonna. I think it's gonna convert to the new Xbox, so it doesn't matter which one, I guess.
Okay, but why don't you just get it for the new Xbox if you're gonna have your Xbox before? Okay. Okay.
I don't know. So I guess I get it for the new Xbox. Maybe I could just wait. I think it comes out like the 14th, and the Xbox comes out the 10th, something like that. So
yeah.
I don't know if I want to play it on my regular Xbox and then download it on the new one or what.
Wait, what you're saying doesn't make sense.
Like, cause it comes out for like both, I guess, for both like next gen and this gen.
Uh-huh.
But if you buy it for this one, they like give you like a free upgraded version for the next gen.
But you said the game comes out on the 14th, right?
Yeah, and the Xbox about the 10th.
Yeah, but aren't you gonna have your Xbox already? So why don't you just buy it for the new Xbox?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying. I got confused with the date.
Micheal B. Jordan is going to be producing a DC movie for Static Shock. So his team at Outlier Society had signed on to produce DC's upcoming Static Shock movie. This is a quote from Micheal B. Jordan. "I'm proud to be a part of a team building a universe centered around Black superheroes. Our community deserves that. Outlier Society is committed to bringing to life diverse comic books content across all platforms, and we are excited to partner with Reginald, oh my gosh, I'm going to butcher this, Holden, director, and Warner Brothers." And that's like a first initial step. So I think that'll be really cool. Love Micheal B. Jordan and everything he does. So I'm excited to see how this turns out.
I'm excited just because I really liked Static Shock when I was growing up. I'm glad Micheal B. Jordan's not going to be in it because I think he's overrated as an actor. But
I said, "Wow, such hate, Shannon, for Micheal B.
I'm
Jordan."
not hating on him. I think that when he is involved on the back end of the movie, it's really good. I think he's overrated.
Overrated? Why? I'm actually curious. Why do you think
he was good? I liked him in Creed, and I liked him in Black Panther, but I didn't like him in everything else he was in. Oh, except for what's that other movie he was in with Jamie Foxx? I like that one too. Mercy. That one was good too.
Yeah.
And Fruitvale Station. That's it though. But I think
you didn't answer my question though. Why is he overrated?
Like, yeah, I like all his movies, but I also don't like him.
You just don't want to admit that
I
you
didn't
like
like him. I said he was overrated.
But why is he overrated? You still haven't answered that question.
Because everyone loves him and hypes him up. I don't really think he's that good looking, but it's cool if people
Oh
think
my
that.
God, that's why.
No, but no one's talking about his looks. We're just
I
talking about
know,
his work.
but okay, so he has recently started getting better. But when he was in Fantastic Four and that other superhero movie where they did it, it was like remember it was like they were shooting it on like a video. Yeah, that movie was bad.
Yeah,
so that movie kind of
found
turned me
footage.
off to him. But he's done better work since then. So actually, let me shut up. But I'm just glad that he.
I like that movie too, though. I like Harley
No, I
Quinn
don't
too.
like that movie.
You like found footage movie or like Blair Witch Project or whatever?
No, it's not the format. I just don't think that I liked that one. And I've actually
Gotcha.
never seen the Blair Witch Project. So
Or what's the other one? Cloverfield.
Oh yeah.
It was like kind of the big ones, I guess.
didn't that movie make people sick?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
because of how shaky it is.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
People that saw it
I've
on
never
Twitter.
seen it, but
Never
good
heard
to
of
know.
Yeah. So actually, let me shut up. But I have confidence that this movie is gonna be good. I think it'll be good. Joss, you like Static
Yeah.
Shock, right?
Yeah, I did. Of course.
It's funny.
I like Static Shock.
I just
Growing
laughed.
up.
Just laughed.
You guys are not as excited as you should be about this. I am excited.
What? Jen, I
Look,
love
Shannon,
Static
you
Shock.
were
I
literally
love
just
all
like,
Static
he's
Shock.
overrated. Don't
Yeah.
I'm like, and I was literally like, I like his work. I think he's a great person. I'm excited to see what he does. And it's like he's overrated. Now she's like, wait, you guys aren't excited enough.
I'm not talking about him though. I'm talking about Static. What was that?
That was freaky.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, what the heck?
The podcast is
wait.
haunted, guys.
See, Shannon, that's what we get for you saying you don't like Michael B. Jordan.
Sorry. The podcast is haunted. That was
Static
very
Shock just happened in real life.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Did that weird noise come from you?
Yeah, I think so.
What was
Must
it?
have been the mic unplugging.
The mic got
Oh,
unplugged.
okay. At first, I thought
Yeah.
I was imagining it. I was like, "What is that noise?"
Yeah, I didn't know. I was like, Static Shock.
Oh, and speaking of DC, Jared Leto is gonna play the Joker again in Zack Snyder's Justice League, which I don't really know. First of all, I'm gonna shut up because I'm gonna keep sounding like a hater if I say that I didn't like Jared Leto's.
I don't like Jared Leto's Joker either.
Huh?
Kind of hard after he
In
played
Suicide
there.
Squad? Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like his either.
Okay, good. So I don't
Yeah,
sound like
I'm not
hater.
crazy about it, but
Joaquin Phoenix's Joker was good though.
Yeah, he was
We
good.
were talking about that today.
I'd rather whoever played the Jamaican Joker in the animated Batman be the voice of the Joker. Have you ever seen that one? It was
No.
called it's like the Batman and it came on like Channel 11, like Joker like had like dreads.
That sounds so interesting.
Yeah, like
It
dreads,
does.
yeah, like a Jamaican accent.
Can you pull this up?
Yeah, weird.
I've never seen that. No.
Yeah, it's
I
kind of
need
funny.
it directly to this.
Like, kind of like unlocks, like,
But yeah, I would have preferred Joaquin Phoenix as well. So that would have been cool if they would have incorporated him. But
yeah.
anyway, Snyder's version of the Justice League. It's not going to be a movie. It's going to be a 4-episode event for HBO Max, and I don't know when that's coming out.
Was
But
Yeah, maybe Jared Leto's better though. After like that time he spent in the desert during quarantine. You did hear about that?
No.
I did.
Like during quarantine, like, when it first started, like he just came out of like some like retreat in the desert, like in the middle of the desert. It's like he didn't know what was going on. So maybe that improved his acting, you know?
Oh my gosh.
All
Yeah.
that time.
Was it Barney?
I don't think that he's a bad actor. I just don't think that role is for him. I don't think he's a bad actor though. But maybe he just shouldn't be the Joker. Who knows? To end out 2020, we're gonna be getting our first look at Spider-Man 3. It's reportedly coming in December. So we'll get to see like a trailer, even though it's not coming out, the movie, until 2021, like the end of 2021.
Yeah.
So there have been rumors surrounding the movie. And one of them is that Jamie Foxx is going to reprise his Electro role from the Amazing Spider-Man 2. But we don't know if he's going to be the same character or a different version, and he's just playing it again. And then we should also expect to see Doctor Strange in this movie as well. I think he's going to take on like a new like Tony Stark kind of role in Peter's life. So that should be cool.
Nice.
First of all, I'm gonna be very interested because I don't really think that movie theaters are gonna be around anymore whenever we come out of this quarantine. So
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see how like we're gonna get new movies in the future.
Yeah. How they're gonna make their money and
Yeah.
Well, the first thing is by calling them events. they know where it's at.
I think that streaming services are just gonna like bid on them, and then I guess the streaming services will buy them, right?
Yeah,
Makes
it's
sense.
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or
'Cause I
they'll
really-
come out with like their own streaming service. Like Sony might come out with a streaming service and just put all their movies on that, or like Marvel might come out. Well, Marvel's part of like Disney, so they're kind of like
So much money on.
But what
shit.
about,
it'll be like
all
another
the-
premium.
What about like all the other movies that come out? Like, are these random studio houses gonna make their own platform
They could.
so we can just not have any money to? That sounds so dumb because no one's gonna be buying all this. Yeah, that sounds terrible.
They could do it how like Meg the Stallion did her concert, where it was like a live stream where everybody was watching, and then like you could rewatch it, and then as much as you wanted, basically.
Yeah.
Type of thing. So then, like the first time it's aired, it's like with a bunch of people. I guess like there's probably a chat involved or something, and then it's just available.
Yeah.
Into the internet.
Or they could do like they could have virtual movie theaters, you know, where they're streaming the movie at a certain time. You're like, oh, I want to stream it at this time, and then you just pay like a regular movie ticket
Yeah.
price. and then
Oh,
you
that
just watch
sounds
it.
like so many bad things could happen though with like people's Wi-Fi's and stuff.
Oh, I mean that's true, but I guess I don't think they're worried about that. That's their own problem.
Yeah, as soon as they have
Yeah.
the money, they don't really care how like.
Yeah.
Unless it's like Amazon Prime where you pay a certain amount and you can stream it for like 48 hours.
Oh yeah, like renting a digital movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Blockbuster's coming back, but like digital.
Digital Blockbuster.
But yeah, I think that's a good idea because like I said, we already lost Regal Cinemas. I think all of Regal Cinemas went out of business, so I don't think that any other movie theater is going to be around after this is over, which is kind of sad. But
I want movie theater popcorn. That's what I'm missing in my life.
Mm. You just got Jiffy Pop. It's pretty good.
Mhm. there's not going to be any more movie theater popcorn.
I know.
You know, not the microwave stuff. You know, like on the oven.
And it's sad. It's sad because I mean I didn't go to the movies that much like in the final months leading up to quarantine anyway, but like I did enjoy going to the movies whenever I did go. So
Yeah,
it's kind of sad.
I agree.
But-
Speaking of things really quick, sorry, I forgot to add on to my nerdiest things. I actually watched the Borat 2 movie.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I saw that.
It's scary, funny, because obviously a lot of it's like political. And some of the things, so I had to Google or like look up articles about how Sasha actually got into these places because it was recorded in real time. So Sasha actually broke into some type of Republican convention. I don't remember the name of it. And also the actress who plays his daughter, Maria, I forgot her last name, also like had an interview, but it was fake to them, but with Rudy Giuliani. And it was just insane. And so people are like speculating that like, you know, weird shit. Anyways, it was good. It was funny. And if you're looking for like political humor from a comedian, I suggest. I think it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. But some of the things, like you put it in the aspect of like, this isn't acting, like he actually went there, like he got escorted out by like police, but he said that they never asked him for his identification. They just escorted him out after he like interrupted this whole convention thing while like what's his face Pence was like talking. And I just thought it was so hilarious. He said he got there early. He was in an interview. He said he got there at like crazy time in the morning and just camped out in one of the bathroom stalls for like 5 hours and then put on like a Trump like bodysuit and everything and just was like running down the hall. It was crazy. But yeah, no one ever questioned him like why he was doing this or like who he was. So he put out the movie.
That's
Wow.
cool.
It's
It's funny.
interesting. It
I
sounds
didn't
like
even-
a social experiment.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was a thing. I saw some people on social media talking about it, and I was like, I didn't know this was out. Did this just come out?
Yeah, Amazon. It came out on Friday. Oh, so
Okay.
there's a part, it just shows you. Anyways, just watch it. I can't even say it without. Anyways.
I didn't see the first Borat, so I don't even know what it's about, really.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't see the first Borat either. I didn't really have yeah, but for this one, it's like stuff in 2022. So it talks about like wearing masks and like he's in Texas, so you can only imagine how it went over there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's funny, but it's really interesting. But then if you hear the interviews, it kind of puts everything together and yeah.
Thing.
Cool.
Yeah, what you said doesn't sound like the first Borat movie, but I don't know.
Did you watch the first one?
I actually did see it. I mean,
Yeah, I saw it too. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a really. I feel like maybe he just called it that so that more people would watch it. You know,
That's a possibility. Yeah.
because
Sure.
it's like if they knew it was like gonna be political, they'd probably be like, eh.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But he's really funny. And I'm just like surprised I mean, maybe a lot of people just didn't watch the movie, but a lot of people didn't even realize who he was. And like like the camera crew, when you see like the behind the scenes of like what the camera crew had to do and like their crew had to do just to get into these places. And like it's crazy. It's funny, and he does poke fun at a lot of things. So very comedic.
Cool.
Were you
Yeah.
gonna say something, Jossie? I feel like you were, and then
Oh yeah, sorry, I
no.
interrupted you.
No, I forgot what I was going to say.
okay. Well, speaking of Halloween, other scary story that I saw this week is that Daniel Kaluuya, is that how you say his last name? I don't
Yeah.
know. Okay. Is working on a live action Barney the Dinosaur movie. Why?
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
I also heard it was gonna be dark.
Yeah, exactly. I heard that too.
Dark
I can't
Barney.
hear the sound
Yeah.
part. There's so many
So-
questions.
So, just for anybody that might have been born after the year 2000 that don't know what Barney is, it's a it's a kids show that premiered on PBS for anyone that was born in like 2011. It premiered on PBS in 1992.
Yeah.
and ran for 2 years. It's about a big, scary purple dinosaur and his other
He's supposed to be cute.
dinosaur friends. Huh?
He's not supposed to be scary. Just
I know.
like so you know.
He was scary. Well, he wasn't. I loved watching the show, but he was scary to me because when I was a kid, I used to be afraid of people. You know, the people that dress up in costumes at birthday parties.
Yeah.
I used to be afraid of those. So I remember I remember Barney coming to somebody's birthday, and I was I was so terrified. So that's why.
I get it. Mm.
I do have a lot of questions though. Isn't Barney in a way already live action? It's just a person in a
Yes.
suit.
It is.
And then all the kids are real.
Really good.
Well, maybe
Yeah, he's
live
not a
action was the
cartoon,
wrong word
yeah.
to use. He's making a dark Barney movie.
Okay. That's
Why is he
interesting.
killing people or something? Like,
I don't know.
I
So
wonder if that's how they depict like what young kids are like these days. Like our generation was a certain way versus like the generation now. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I think that he was bored, to be quite honest. I don't really know.
Sounds like you remember when Demi Lovato wanted to come out with like an adult version of teen what is it, Camp Rock?
Did she?
Yeah, like she's on Ellen and she's like, wouldn't it be funny if we were like cursing and stuff? And like nobody thought that. And it didn't happen. And we were like, oh, okay. This kind of gives me that type of vibe.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see that. I don't think. I don't think I would.
And then for your next birthday, I'm getting Dark Barney to go visit your house.
So this is what he said. This is what he said about the movie. He said, Barney. I actually don't know how to say that word. What is this word? There you go. Thank you, Jess. Figure in many of our childhoods when he disappeared into the shadows, left misunderstood. We're excited to explore this compelling modern day hero and see if his message of I love you, you love me can stand the test of time. I don't know what any of that means. I don't know what.
Not in 2020.
Are we getting punked?
It's weird.
I feel like, so when I read this, I thought, oh, maybe it's about the person that played Barney and how like on screen he had to get into this stupid costume and like spread this message of sharing and
his backstory,
love.
maybe.
Yeah, and then he like takes the costume off and is like maybe like a depressed individual who lives his life. I don't know. That's what I was thinking about.
That's actually, that angle makes a lot more sense than what he said.
True.
So I hope that's what it's about. I hope it's not about like Barney as like a real like a real character. That's like I don't know. I don't know.
Like a lizard.
But I also think that if this movie actually, so like there's no studio behind it or anything yet. So right now it's basically just an idea. So I feel like when it does come out, if it ever comes out, I feel like people are gonna watch it because they're curious to see what it's about.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it because I just want to know like what compelled him to make this.
Maybe that was the point of it, and like after a while of people like thinking about what could it possibly be, Jordan Peele will jump on and be like, okay, I'll direct it.
So yeah, I guess we have that to look forward to in 2021.
Oy, so many interesting things will be happening in 2021.
I feel like 2021 will be just as much of a shit show as 2020, so not really.
Well, with that attitude, just kidding.
Yeah, I know. I'm just living my life day to day right now. Grateful to just be alive.
That's not what we always do, though. Mel,
where'd you go?
I'm still here.
Oh. What happened? What happened?
Coraline's falling off.
Oh, I was about to say, is your wig falling off? I was
I can't fix it. Sometimes it's like stuck. I just place it on my head, very funny like.
Yes. Read the scary story.
Oh yeah, that's what we're getting to.
Yes, let's get into our scary stories of this year. Creepy
All right, I'm coming back on. It's not perfect at all.
Even though oh my God, I would just like to take this opportunity.
She had to answer a lot of emails.
Oh
if you're listening to us on podcast, this is just an opportunity to plug our YouTube channel. Please go over to see the visuals of what's happening right now.
I'm crying. Oh, sorry, everybody. I need help. Oh, I need to figure this out. Okay. Sorry, Joshua, what'd you say?
So you have some technical difficulties with your wig there.
Is your hair just out under there, or did you braid it?
No. Did I have to braid it? I don't know. I've never worn anything. No, so I tried to put on the net they gave me. I was following the pictures on like the instructions. But yeah, it came off.
No, you have too much hair to just wear it like that. You gotta like braid your hair or something.
You know what? The girl in the picture did have like very short hair, so
yeah,
we're just gonna go like this. All right, let's do
Coraline, if she existed in 2020. No one could blame her.
Oh my God, I was wearing it backwards. Hold on, let me fix it. I'm so sorry, everybody, but I'm not. This is actually kind of funny. So
thank you. I had a good laugh just now. Okay.
There we go.
This is how we're gonna go. This is 2020. If 2020 was a person, this would be it.
That way, right now.
It's me. All right, I think this is the best we're gonna do. I don't want to break character, so
okay.
Dedicated to the role. Yeah. You gotta get respect that.
Oh, only for everybody and our community would I do this. So let's go. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. Let's pick creepy pastas of 2020. Okay. Josh, you want to go first? Did you find one?
Oh yeah, Mel sent me one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's yours called?
Oh, does it have a name? It doesn't have a name here.
Untitled.
Untitled, yes.
Okay.
All right. Start. When my little brother was 4 or 5, he used to get really scared walking upstairs alone. We never really knew why. One evening, I was the one who volunteered to take him upstairs, and about 3/4 of the way up, he shouted, "Stop!" It was so abrupt, and he looked so scared. He said, "We have to wait for the lady to let us pass." I was immediately shaken. After a few moments, he turned to me and smiled and said, "She let us pass. She likes you." At this point, my heart was in my ass. I told my mother about it the next morning, and she turned white. She told me that the house we bought was really cheap because a woman in her 60s had hanged herself on the banisters over the stairs. It's safe to say I've never walked up the stairs on my own at night ever again.
I give that story, and I can rate it fairly because you didn't write it. I give that story a 4 out of 10.
I could have wrote that story.
Guys, stop disrespecting Hidden Penguin 51, okay?
Yes.
They put their heart on their sleeve.
No, and they're hard in their ass too.
Oh yeah.
That was terrible. Like walk up the stairs, like where? Like where am I walking? Like you could have said to the attic or something like.
Oh,
Walk up any stairs?
I think I got yours from BuzzFeed, Jossie. Just a heads up.
Oh, that's why. That explains a lot right there.
I'm sorry. I was actually getting scared trying to read some of these on Reddit, so I went to BuzzFeed instead.
Reddit has a lot of good ones. I got mine from Reddit too.
I have one from Reddit, but Shannon, you go first.
Yeah, let's hear.
Okay, so mine's is called The Rake. And also I just want to give a warning that this story talks about suicide a little because of the ghost. But anyway, let me read it. So also it's kind of long. Sorry guys. Am I echoing? Or
no, I don't hear it.
I don't hear it.
Test. Okay. I feel like I am. Okay. Oh, Jossie, I think it's coming from you. Can you just mute your mic really quick while I'm talking, and then you can mute after? All right. During the summer of 2003, events in the northeastern United States involving a strange human-like creature sparked brief local media interest before an apparent blackout was enacted. Little or no information was left intact, as most online and written accounts of the creature were mysteriously destroyed. Primarily focused in rural New York State, self-proclaimed witnesses told stories of their encounters with a creature of unknown origin. Emotions ranged from extremely traumatic levels of fright and discomfort to an almost childlike sense of playfulness and curiosity. While their published versions are no longer on record, the memories remained powerful. Several of the involved parties began looking for answers that year. In early 2006, the collaboration had accumulated nearly 24 documents dating between the 12th century and present day, spanning 4 continents. In almost all cases, the stories were identical. I've been in contact with a member of this group and was able to get some excerpts from their upcoming book, The Rake. So it starts with, that was like the introduction. It starts with a suicide note from 1964. As I prepared to take my life, I feel it necessary to assuage my guilt or pain I have introduced through this act. This is not the fault of anyone other than him. For once I awoke and felt his presence, and once I awoke and saw his form. Once again, I awoke and heard his voice, and I looked into his eyes. I cannot sleep without fear of what I might next awake to experience. Found in the same wooden box were 2 empty envelopes addressed to William and Rose, and 1 loose personal letter with no envelope. There's another. So, and this next one is a journal entry from 1880. I have experienced the greatest terror. I have experienced the greatest terror. I have experienced the greatest terror. I saw his eyes when I closed mine. They are hollow black. They saw me and pierced me. His wet hand, I will not sleep. His voice. And then, oh my God. Sorry, guys. I didn't read this whole thing. So like there's a really creepy picture that just popped up when you keep scrolling of the supposed beast that people see. I'm going to just like hold this up and see if you guys can see it. No? Okay, no, because you can't because there's a light on. Hold on, wait. Can you guys see it? No. No, not really. Okay. Anyway, so here's another entry. He came to me in my sleep from the foot of my bed. I felt a sensation. He took everything. He returned and we not returned here again at the request of the rake. This is a witness from 2006. 3 years ago, I had just returned from a trip from Niagara Falls with my family for the 4th of July. We were all very exhausted after a long day of driving, so my husband and I put the kids right to bed and I called it a night. About 4 a.m., I woke up thinking my husband had gotten up to use the restroom. I used the moment to steal back the sheets only to wake him up in the process. I apologized and told him I thought he got out of bed. When he turned to face me, he gasped and pulled his feet up from the end of the bed so quickly his knee almost knocked me out of the bed. He then grabbed me and said nothing. After adjusting to the dark for half a second, I was able to see what caused the strange reaction. At the foot of the bed, sitting and facing away from us, there was what appeared to be a naked man or a large hairless dog of some sort. Its body position was disturbing and unnatural, as if it had been hit by a car or something. For some reason, I was not instantly frightened by it, but more concerned as to its condition. At this point, I was somewhat under the assumption that we were supposed to help him. Okay, that's just my side note. My husband was peering over his arm and knee, tucked into the fetal position, occasionally glancing at me before returning to the creature. In a flurry of motion, the creature scrambled around the side of the bed and then crawled quickly in a flailing sort of motion right along the bed until it was less than a foot from my husband's face. The creature was completely silent for about 30 seconds, or probably closer to 5. It just seemed like a while. Just looking at my husband. The creature then placed his hand on his knee and ran into the hallway leading to the kids' rooms. I screamed and ran for the light switch, planning to stop him before he hurt my children. When I got to the hallway, the light from the bedroom was enough to see it crouching and hunched over about 20 feet away. He turned around and looked directly at me, covered in blood. I flipped the switch on the wall and saw my daughter, Clara. The creature ran down the stairs while my husband and I rushed to help our daughter. She was very badly injured and spoke only once more in her short life. She said, "He is the rake." My husband drove his car into a lake that night while rushing our daughter to the hospital. He did not survive. Being in a small town, news got around pretty quickly. The police were helpful at first, and the local newspaper took a lot of interest as well. However, the story was never published, and the local television news never followed up either. For several months, my son Justin and I stayed in a hotel near my parents' house. After we decided to return home, I began looking for answers myself. I eventually located a man in the next town over who had a similar story. We got in contact and began talking about our experiences. He knew of 2 other people in New York who had also seen the creature and now referred to it as the rake. It took the 4 of us about 2 solid years of hunting on the internet and writing letters to come up with a small collection of what we believe to be the accounts of the rake. None of them gave any details, history, or follow-up. One journal had an entry involving the creature in its first 3 pages and never mentioned it again. A ship's log explained nothing of the encounter, saying only that they were told to leave by the rake. That was the last entry in their log. There were, however, many instances where the creature's visit was one of a series of visits with the same person. Multiple people also mentioned being spoken to, my daughter included. This led us to wonder if the rake had visited any of us before our last encounter. I set up a digital recorder near my bed and left it running all night, every night, for 2 weeks. I would tediously scan through the sounds of me rolling around in my bed each day when I woke up. By the end of the second week, I was quite used to the occasional sound of sleep while blurring through the recording at 8 times the normal speed. This still took almost an hour every day. It's almost over, guys, I swear. On the first day of the 3rd week, I thought I heard something different. What I found was a shrill voice. It was the rake. I can't listen to it long enough to even begin to transcribe it. I haven't let anyone listen to it yet. All I know is that I've heard it before, and now I believe that it spoke when it was sitting in front of my husband. I don't remember hearing anything at the time, but for some reason, the voice on the recorder immediately brings me back to that moment. The thoughts that must have gone through my daughter's head make me very upset. I have not seen the rake since he ruined my life, but I know that he has been in my room while I slept. I know and fear that one night I'll wake up to see him staring at me. That's the end of the rake.
That's freaky.
Hold on, Josh, you're still on mute. I can't hear you.
I don't like it.
Oh, that was
It was
long.
long. It said it was a 5-minute
That's
read at the top of the
unsettling.
page. I don't know if that was 5 minutes or not.
That's kind of freaky. I don't like those.
It was. I was not expecting it to go that direction with the title.
Also, you never.
So right.
I like how these
Very
stories are
often.
like the way that they write them makes it seem like it could actually have happened. I'm like, is this true? Like, what?
Yeah, like all of the like journal entries and stuff. It added another element to it for sure.
Yeah, that's kind of freaky. I was reading a couple of these and I was like on the couch and I was like, I'm scared. And then I was in the middle of reading one and the door, there was a knock at the door and I got really freaking spooked. I had chills all up my body.
Who was knocking? Was it the rig?
I don't know. I didn't go answer. I still haven't looked. I think it's a package, but
Too risky.
yeah. I refuse. So that's freaky though.
It's your
That's
turn, Mel.
I liked it.
Alrighty. So this one's titled "My Experience Living in a Haunted House" by the E-Slut.
It's a good name.
Mm-hmm. So it starts like this. Now, where I'm not sure if this house is necessarily haunted. Some creepy shit went down whilst me and my parents lived there. I believe I was around 6 or so my memory's a little hazy, but I asked my parents about it and they confirmed what I remember. Now, this house was a small cottage in a village in England. It was decently secluded, except a few other houses, and quite small because it was the first house my parents bought together. First of all, it was filled to the brim with massive spiders, and according to my mom, they would often wake up with a few on their bed. There was also the phenomenon of hearing constant, heavy, fast footsteps in my little bedroom and the living room. My mom told me that I would often scream at the top of my lungs, pointing to the corner of my room, though I can't remember what I saw there. Arguably, the strangest event that happened in the house was when me, my mom, and my dad went out for lunch. We were gone for about 2 hours, and when we got back, we found that some of our light bulbs had been taken out of the ceiling lights, and we found them upright, lining the stairs up to our bedrooms. The house is also where I got my obsession with weird images, since I would always dream of those types of places. The end. I think the spiders are enough for me to like get out of there. That's the scariest part.
I didn't expect it to be over already. I was like, wait, it's over?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a sudden ending.
I couldn't find, so the only one I found was this one about someone who lived in the countryside in Texas, and it was like the longest thing I had ever seen. And then I found a couple of other ones, but they weren't anything crazy. And then I found this one, I was like, okay, you're it.
I was trying to find a story from. You guys remember that book from when we were kids? Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. I was trying to find like a story from there, but I couldn't find one without having to then purchase a digital version of the book, which I wasn't going to do. But yeah. So I guess the fact that these stories weren't that scary is enough proof that reality is scary enough in this time.
Yeah.
The story of 2020 is
True.
It's true. So does anyone else have anything before we wrap up? No?
Happy early voting, New York. Go early vote, please.
Oh, yes. Go vote, guys. It's important. Go vote now if you don't want to wait in line.
The better.
Hmm?
The earlier, the better.
Yes. Also, if you can try to avoid it, don't put your ballot in the mail. I don't know. I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. But go walk to the polls
If
on
you
a nice
can.
crisp fall day. If you can, yes. I understand that some people can't, but for the people who can, they should.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And also you can watch our videos on YouTube and make sure you subscribe, and also follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And also, what am I missing? Rate, review, and subscribe on your podcast listening app of choice. Thank you, whoever put that up. As always, I'm Shannon.
I'm Jassy.
I'm Jazz.
I'm Mel.
Happy Halloween, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.